He dragged me into the woods, called me an ugly murderer, and rejected me as his Luna. Hours later, another monster pinned me to the dirt by the creek. My wolf whispered one command as the earth began to tremble beneath my palms. What was I becoming? Each burning breath felt like glass cutting through my lungs. The weight of Andrew crushing down on me vanished into the background as an ancient, primal power woke up deep within my bones. The ground beneath my fingertips didn't just vibrate, it heaved, responding to a wild, raw fury that didn't belong to a normal werewolf. Vines as thick as iron cables burst from the soil, tearing through the dirt to answer my silent scream. As they wrapped around Andrew's throat and snapped his neck with a sickening crack, the sheer magnitude of what I had done left me completely frozen. I wasn't just a silver wolf anymore. I was changing into something dangerous, something the packs would hunt down if they ever found out. The memories of that violent afternoon at the creek blurred together as the weeks passed in the River Moon Hospital. I spent 4 months trapped in a dark, silent coma, my body struggling to heal from the brutal beating Erin had delivered right after I killed her brother. When I finally woke up, the hospital room smelled strongly of honey and green apples, a scent that used to mean safety, but now only brought back the stinging memory of Oliver's rejection. "Aurora, please look at me," Oliver pleaded, his voice cracking as he sat by the edge of my hospital bed. His deep blue eyes were bloodshot, swimming with a desperate guilt that I wasn't ready to face. "I know G threw you away. I know what I said. But seeing you like this, knowing what Andrew did to you while I was busy pushing you away, it's killing me." I pulled the hospital blankets higher around my chest, my body trembling. The phantom feeling of Andrew pinning me to the dirt still made my skin crawl, and looking at Oliver only reminded me of how easily he had abandoned me to the wolves. "You called me a monster, Oliver," I whispered, my voice rough from months of disuse. "You told me no one could ever love a murderer, and then you left me alone." "I was a coward," he growled softly, slamming his fist lightly against his own knee. "My parents, the pack pressure, the rumors about your father, I let all of it blind me. But the moment you ran away from this hospital, the moment my wolf felt you cross into desert sky territory, I realized I'd rather burn the whole world down than lose you. I forced my parents out of the pack house because they wouldn't accept you. I banished Erin to the pack borders the second she tried to throw her venom at you during breakfast. Please, Nina, just give me a chance to show you I can keep you safe." I looked away, staring at the small blue-nosed pit bull puppy sleeping soundly at the foot of my bed. Evan, Oliver's gamma, had helped me find the pup, providing a rare safe haven of laughter in a world that had suddenly become terrifyingly loud. Through the unique gamma bond, Evan felt like a protective shield, someone who didn't demand my heart before I was ready to give it, but Oliver was my mate. And despite the thick walls I had built around myself, the electric spark that traveled through the air whenever he got close was impossible to ignore. "I need time," I whispered, my eyes tracking the heavy shadows stretching across the bedroom floor. The things that happened to me, what I did to Andrew, I don't even know what I am anymore. A few days later, the stifling walls of the pack house became too much to bear. Sensing my suffocating anxiety, Oliver gently guided me out into the cool evening air, leading me down a hidden dirt trail that wound deep into the ancient forest bordering River Moon territory. "Where are we going?" I asked, keeping a careful 2 steps of distance between us. "Somewhere nobody else can bother us," Oliver said, turning back to offer a soft, tentative smile. "A place where I don't have to be the alpha, and you don't have to be the broken girl everyone keeps staring at." The trail opened up into a breathtaking clearing centered around a massive oak tree. High up in its broad branches sat a sprawling, beautiful wooden structure wrapped in a wide deck. 2 wooden ladders hung down toward the forest floor, swaying gently in the evening breeze. "Welcome to the fort," Oliver murmured, his eyes shining with a rare, boyish excitement. "Evan, Carter, and I built this when we were just pups. It was our sanctuary when the weight of the pack became too heavy. For the first time in days, the heavy knot in my chest loosened. We climbed the ladders, crawling through the small door into a surprisingly vast interior lined with large bean bags, stacks of thick blankets, and chests overflowing with old board games and Nerf guns. It felt completely disconnected from the brutal politics of the werewolf hierarchy. Here, there were no alphas, no lunas, and no murderers, just the quiet whisper of the wind through the leaves. Oliver sat down on one of the large bean bags, pulling his knees up to his chest just as I often did. "I brought you here because I want you to see who I was before the title changed me," he said softly, staring at the hand-drawn keypad on the doorframe. "I want you to know my childhood, my fears, and the mistakes that haunt me. I don't expect you to magically forget the pain I caused you, Aurora. I just want to be the man who earns your trust, piece by piece." Looking at him sitting in the dim moonlight, stripped of his fierce alpha pride, my wolf roared with a sudden, overwhelming warmth. Raina had forgiven him long ago, and as I stood in the center of the fort, the lingering terror of the creek finally began to give way to something new. I walked over, closing the distance between us until my shoes brushed against his. When he looked up, I leaned down, gently capturing his lips in a soft, tentative kiss. The electricity that sparked between us was blinding, a chaotic rush of heat that made my heart race for all the right reasons. Oliver stiffened in pure shock before his large hands found my waist, pulling me firmly against his chest as the kiss deepened, erasing the taste of wet dirt and blood that had lingered in my memory for months. "Thank you," he breathed against my forehead when we finally pulled apart, his warm hands cupping my face with an agonizing tenderness. "You have no idea how long I've waited to hold you without making you scream." No fur. Our peaceful sanctuary didn't last long. The following afternoon, the sharp, cloying scent of high-end perfume and old friction disrupted the quiet halls of the third floor. I was walking back from the kitchen with a bowl of food for the puppy when a tall she-wolf stepped out from the shadows of Oliver's office hallway. Adeline. Her dark eyes narrowed into cruel slits as she took in my oversized sweater and the faint, fading bruises on my collarbone. She was the French Alpha's daughter, the girl Oliver's parents had desperately wanted him to mate before he discovered me. "So, you're the little trash wolf everyone is whispering about," Adeline sneered, blocking the narrow hallway with a cold, elegant grace. "The one who lost her mind and slaughtered her own father, only to come here and murder one of our own warriors. Oliver might be blinded by the mate bond right now, but don't think for a second that this pack will ever accept a broken, feral witch as their Luna." The word times which time struck a terrifying chord deep inside me. The memory of the trembling earth and the suffocating vines flashed behind my eyes, sending a sudden spike of panic through my veins. "Stay away from me," I choked out, backing up until my spine hit the cold stone wall. "Or what?" Adeline laughed, taking a slow, menacing step closer, her sharp claws lightly clicking against the wooden floorboards. "You'll call your roots to save you? Oliver belongs to the high society of the French courts, little girl. You're nothing but a temporary stain on his reputation." Before the terror could completely paralyze me, the heavy wooden door to the pack office flew open with a deafening bang. Oliver stepped into the hall, his dark aura instantly suffocating the air in the corridor. His blue eyes had turned nearly pitch black with pure, unbridled rage, the dangerous pressure of his alpha command bringing Adeline straight to her knees with a sharp gasp. "I told you to keep your mouth shut." "Adeline," Oliver growled, his voice vibrating with a lethal force that made the very walls seem to shake. He stepped over her trembling form, completely ignoring her quiet whimpers as he wrapped a fiercely protective arm around my waist, pulling me securely against his side. "Pack your bags and get out of my territory by sunset. If I ever see your face near my mate again, the alliance with your father won't save you from what I'll do to you." He didn't wait for her response. Oliver guided me swiftly down the hall and into the safety of our private room, slamming the door shut behind us. The moment the lock clicked, The absolute fury radiating from him melted away, replaced by a desperate, frantic worry. "Did she touch you?" he asked, his large hands gently checking my arms, his touch sparking against my skin. "Aurora, look at me. Are you hurt?" I looked up into his deep blue eyes, seeing the raw, unwavering devotion that had completely replaced the cold stranger who had rejected me in the woods. He had given up his family, his past relationships, and the approval of his pack just to keep me safe from the monsters outside. "I'm okay," I whispered, finally letting my hands rest against his chest, feeling the steady, rapid beating of his heart beneath my palms. "I'm not running away anymore, Oliver. We're in this together."